You know perhaps more than anyone that Colorado is considered a success story when it comes to the legalization of marijuana by other states, even by other countries when they look at what we've done here. Why don't you start taking some credit for it?
I think that have made tremendous advances, and when I talk to other governors, I point out the challenges we had, the places where we did make mistakes, but I also pat ourselves on the back because I think we have done a good job of adjusting to, no one's ever done this before.
You're talking about adjusting. Why not embrace it?
Because I'm not sure we have all the data yet. I want to make sure that we don't see unintended consequences.
You made your business with the brew pub. Uh-huh. Is it not intellectually dishonest to say that we can't embrace regulated marijuana that was voted in by Colorado voters on the grounds that marijuana is safer than alcohol?
No, there's some real differences. Every brain scientist I've seen, if you're a 15-year-old or 16-year-old and you go out and drink some beers, nobody I've talked to thinks that affects the cognitive part of your brain as it matures. When you're a teenager, your brain is growing very, very rapidly. The high THC marijuana we have is so intense in the way it affects your synapses and those parts of your brain that literally every brain scientist I've talked to feels there's a very high probability that even if you only smoke once a week, this high THC marijuana, if you're a teenager, it will take a sliver of your long-term memory forever. So it doesn't come back in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Your brain's growing so fast that the synapses don't connect, so you can't retrieve information that you've remembered. That's very different than alcohol. And I think that one point is one of the most compelling points, is to say, hey, this isn't just the same as alcohol. Now, I think when you're an adult, it is the same as alcohol. And I think it's interesting to see that we don't see, basically the people that were smoking it before it was legal still are. People that weren't smoking before it was legal still aren't. That's good, right? There's not a big spike. And I don't have a problem with that whole part of it. Our focus has been really about making sure that kids aren't experimenting. Again, legalizing, we've seen a huge increase in the potency and the strength, right? All of a sudden now there's an industry that's driving the strongest possible marijuana that people can get. And there are a lot of scientists that are concerned about it. I think we should just make sure we get the data and move slowly. I'm not saying to roll anything back. I'm just saying that prudence, in terms of things that affect children's health and well-being, prudence always serves.